X's, and welcome back to Vampyr. Vampyr, not sure which one it is. And we are currently looking for the sad saint of the East End. We've just been talking to the leadership of the Wet Boot Boys, what remains of the leadership of the Wet Boot Boys, after I ate one. Right, we've just been through here. Hopefully it saved our conversations.
You again.
Yeah, okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Gather info on his location. Right.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I try
Tom
asking
Watts,
Tom
right?
Watts about him.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Here.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap...
How dare...
Oh. Okay, so I've already gone through that.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Okay, there's you, and Sabrina. Hello, Watts.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
That's actually... I like that.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know.
But I am.
Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
Only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Since I'm here, I'm gonna talk to the lady.
I'm losing my mind. I should just run.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London, and here I am.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
We'll check the night asylum. Yeah. Oh, let me through.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
No one up there. We'll watch it. We'll go check up here real quick. Doesn't look like there's anything here.
Drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
That's a big safe for a handful of shillings.
I cannot enter.
I should just run as far away from
Britain's working together. We'll go over here and do a quick check, see if there's anyone around. Old lady person.
All these whispers of monsters got folk gossiping and scared.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in? I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
All locked. Okay, she's healthy. We'll talk to her then.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
No.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no. My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Oh. That's not something a kid should see. Just no.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
Don't mind me stealing from you, lady. It's for doctory stuff. Aluminium shard. Who are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Yes, I was just talking to your mother, but I won't tell you that because you'll get mad.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Fair.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Okay. Let's track that one. Bet it's probably near here. Oh, hey. One more guy to talk to. Mostly I'm looking to see if any of them are sick.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
He's an
My
albino.
name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Oof.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Communists.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
All these whispers of monsters got folk gossiping and scared. It's people. Flesh and blood.
It's locked.
So I'm betting if he lost the necklace, it's probably down by the docks here because he's a dark worker. Probably not these docks though. These are too small to actually be worked. My God, would you stop it with the shooting? I wonder if she stole it.
Good evening.
Hello.
Can I see you?
As long as...
It's not for sale.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gang.
Oh shit, he's suffering from anemia.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Miss...
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus.
So lovely to gaze at the stars. The fog's been hiding away.
Oh, he has a cold. I didn't even realize.
Good evening, Mr. Fitch.
Yeah.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
It is that.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, this looks more like working docks. Oh. Oh, what's back here? Oh, okay. Wondering if it might unlock something, it didn't. Alright, what's up here? Some rats. I could use a snack.
This is despicable.
Oh, we're out of range. Alright, let's go back this way. Oh, wrong way. I want to examine the docks a bit more. That's blood.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Yeah. From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Oh, hey.
From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard. It's locked, all right.
Why is he sneaky? I'm not sure I know what's going on here. Looks like someone stole it. Okay. There he is. You.
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
As a man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
All right. Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Sociopath.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I don't believe death is the appropriate sentence for murder. Not in a civilized society. But the last word has to remain with the law.
There is no law around here. No justice
not
to be
wrong.
found. In these parts, revenge is the only answer.
Ah, balls.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
It's very hard to get all these right.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Please don't stay too long, sir. What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Sounds like he has... Doesn't sound so much like a nervous disorder. It sounds like a hormonal disorder of some kind.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I'm convinced you raised Seymour the best you could. You're not responsible for what he became.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child, and he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
Science has only just begun to investigate the mysteries of the human mind. Currently, we have more assumptions than fact.
There ain't no hope, then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Lobotomy would probably stop him from killing people, but it would also result in him not being able to wipe his own ass.
The orphan that regards you as a mother, please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
So that was a little bit of drama I was not expecting from an old lady and her son. Just like, oh shit, the loving son? Yeah, he's actually a serial killer. Oh, can I mesmerize him? I don't think I can. I failed a hint with her. Or with him for her. He's recovering. Alright, let's go deal with The sad saint of the East End.
Disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think? I don't think so. Freaky vampire then?
I can't say, but whatever did this carefully avoided the archers. We'd found ourselves bloody archers.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on short-handed ground.
I'll send you to hell. Die!
Rip them apart.
Burn it, boys!
Whoa.
You leeches need killing. Want some of this? That's the leech, boys! I'll send you to hell. Die, vermin!
Oh shit. Wasn't keeping track of everything. I hope I didn't lose a night. Okay, it doesn't look like I lost a night or anything from that. He's gonna start at full health, isn't he? Fuck.
It ain't human! Kill it! Kill you!
Take it.
I hate leeches! Die, vermin! Bloody monster! Crush the leech bastard! Die, vermin! Want some of this? You leech! Kill it!
Fuck. Nope, go away. Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. Ah. I hate this unlimited enemy bullshit.
Burn it, boys!
No, fuck.
You leeches!
Wrecked.
I'll send you to hell. Take a breath of this!
Oh, yay. Fuck off. Can't believe I haven't killed you yet. Oops, did not mean to use the pistol for that, but oh well. I'm going to have to rest soon. These things are starting to get too high level for me.
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
I'm gonna go with no to all that. They've boxed him in, which is also the same as boxing me out.
Better go home, sir.
Yeah, no.
I said go back home.
Fuck off. Heal up. Night shelter's vicinity.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
She's healthy.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
When I was in the war,
As I told
yeah.
you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
I want to slap the bitch.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few
I'm gonna
weeks
eat
here,
her.
and then ask me that question
I
again.
am totally going to eat
If
this
you're
girl.
Still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong
That I'm
here.
going to kill you? I mean...
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
Really? Because that's what
If
you were
have
doing.
something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
I found the first person I'm going to eat today.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Oh, there he is.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Oh.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
He's not wrong.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost. Separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I'm intrigued.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
Go this way.
I'd step back, sir.
Nah, it's cool. It's all cool. Whomp! And whomp. Ah. Let's track that. Oh, down there too.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate.
And whomp.
Giselle's stolen money. Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Let's bring this money back. Are we going? We're going the right way. I'm still gonna eat her, but I'm gonna give her the money back so I can make her nice and plump and juicy. Oh, Ichabod's here. You're probably the sister, aren't you?
You again?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Oh, I can rotate the screen around while I'm talking to them. I did not know that. Ah, I've talked to everyone else. I might as well talk to this lady. Oh, what's this? Dear Lord, this is my prayer for my beloved mother, Gertrude Paxton, who awaits her daughters in heaven. Till that day, I thank you for allowing me to wake up and go through each new day in honest poverty and modesty. Please protect the good, Mr. Hampton, who let us sleep in his night's shelter. I only ask you to forgive me for the resentment I feel towards my sister, Giselle, since my mother died. Bless her soul. Thank you, God, for me.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill. But I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
You know, it doesn't make sense, but it's kind of... It's a little bit true. I find that online games go so much smoother when people can't talk to each other.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The Sad Saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the Sad Saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
We are dressed pretty richly for this place.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the Wet Boot Boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
I hope Giselle will pull through.
boys. We can deal with this vermin. Remember your vows, friend.
Shit. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to sleep. I hope I don't have to fight through other people to get to them. I don't want to do that again. Do this mission, hopefully it'll get me another mesmerize level and I can eat some more people. Yeah, fuck, I'm going to have to fight through motherfucker. Gah. Well, at least I got a drink. At least these guys don't respawn. Wreck his shit! That didn't wreck his shit nearly enough. Wump. And wump. Come closer. Alright. Whew. The proven guys are harder to deal with than the skulls, except for the blinker skulls. The blinker skulls are a pain in the ass.
It's locked, all right. That doesn't work.
Shillings!
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
And what does the thing do?
That doesn't work.
Oh, can we only close one at a time? Oh, I see. So first of all, let's check out everything we can from down here, which is nothing. Nothing at all. Let's go up there, across, and down. We'll see what there is down here. Anything? Ooh, shotgun shells. I should really equip the shotgun at some point.
That gate should shut properly now.
Shutting gate. Another gate. Now will you... Yeah, now you can open. Okay, so Blinker just blinked away. So the skulls don't drink blood, they eat meat. So they're actual ghouls. Meat hooks, that's fun. Blinky blinkers in.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, I mean, it's better than people, right?
I have this thirst for blood.
I mean, not tastier than people, obviously. Probably tastes terrible. I feel like that's not something I would have done.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon!
Get wrecked!
Once you've vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! Neck shall snap like a hair.
Shit. He hits hard, and I'm low level, and I don't have a chance to upgrade. This is gonna suck with low blood, but we'll just
respect the laws of Ascalon. Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn.
shit. Can't let him get close. Fuck!
Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! Banshee, the hand that crushes all.
This thing is definitely my favorite power. I thought I would like the AoE one.
Blood to the pissing wells!
No! Fuck you!
I shall crush you.
Where did you go?
Down, stay down.
Fuck! My god, he hits like a... Wish I could have vials of actual blood. You know, that would make sense.
Power you cannot comprehend.
Get him.
Once you vanished, I'll slaughter the skulls while singing your name.
And whoop. Ah.
Banshee, the hand that crushes all. And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle. Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon?
No! Fuck! My god, I can't dodge that attack when he hits me in the first chain. Might as well just fucking end the game with that first hit.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. Your neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn. Once you vanished, finished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name!
Fuck! See, it's that chain that when he gets me up close. Okay, so that is a blood vial. Alright, that's good to know.
Foolish Ekon! How are you gonna comprehend? I shall tear thee apart and spill thy blood to the pit. You found your death in him for the branch of the hand that crushes all. Your blood is now mine. Return to life.
Come on. Resist it.
And thine shall be a dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon.
Oh. Definitely need to rest after that. Defeat the beast. Okay. Oh, what's this?
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Did I miss a handprint? No. Oh yeah. But no more talking. Nope.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Oh, okay, this is the shortcut.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scowl.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Scowl. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her.
Yeah, I get it. We're all undead.
She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Alright, so Harriet's not dead. That's a big deal. Okay, I am going to pause here with the crying person. I hope you all enjoyed this. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.